Right, okay. Right, we're live, cool. Right, let's change this to auto. I don't know if this is going to pick up full screen or if I need to do the whole capture specific window. So, we're just going to have to play it out and see what happens. See what happens. Where is it? Here it is. I don't even know if I've loaded this up before. So it'll be interesting to find out what's going on with the song. Welcome in, Morph. How you doing? Right, okay. It is loading. Is it going to pick up on full screen? It'd be great if it did. It's really loud! Really loud! Hey, Pinky! It did pick up! Yeah! No! Frame rate 60, yeah, that's fine. 3%, yeah, sure. Shadow, yeah. Post, yeah.
A new follower.
Thanks for the follow, Fragilitis! I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly. Apologies if not, you can correct me. It's fine. Right, okay. Right, I can't do the music, so I'm hoping it's okay and not massively loud. But yeah, right. I have not put my phone on silent. Give us a minute. There we go. But yeah, how are you both doing? Enter a name. I've got a feeling I might actually have to use the controller for this. There we go. Perfect confusion. I'm good there. I'm glad you're good. I'm going to test, but I'll be lurking. Alright, Pinky, enjoy yourself. Hope the test goes incredibly well. Enter a name you're happy. Yeah, Pandoki. Of course I'm happy. Oh, there's a 2D mode? Why would I do that when I've got this? Yeah, it's 3D. Which language would you like the characters' voices to be in? We'll do English. What do you mean? Oh, okay, yeah, no, yeah. Brightness is fine. Yes. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're starting. Is this going to turn out to be like the Demon King? I think it picks back up. Did you not finish it, Morph? Oh, Pinky, I need to send you a picture. I brought Haribo today because I thought of you, and I was like, Haribo!
The one?
There's the mark. There's no mistaking it.
So, are you... What did you get from Harry? No, it's just a Haribo's just a brand. We don't have like a Haribo shop or anything, but I got the Tang-Fastic ones. They're like my favourite ones. So question, are these Dragon Quest games tied in any way? Like, would you technically need to know stuff from 8, 9, and 10 before you play 11? Or are these games like Final Fantasy in that they're just sort of separate? I feel like I probably should have looked this up before I started playing it. Mostly not connected. Alright then, we're good. We're good. It's a very pretty game. Oh.
Oh my. What in heavens are you doing here? And after that awful storm, too. However did you survive? Oh, you're a jolly one. What's this? Oh, you poor thing. Come here. Come here. Oh, there's no need to be frightened anymore. You're safe now, little fellow.
So far, seems jolly. Several years later.
Thanks so much.
It's generally a cheerful series. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the sort of like have the dark depressing stuff. Oh, fuck it, let me put a controller in. This is gonna be a lot easier.
Trust me to lose my headscarf just before the big ceremony.
What is that accent?
So it's finally here, the big day. I can't believe we're going to be climbing all the way up there. Looks like Sandy's keen to lead the way. Come on, best not keep her waiting.
Okay. Okay. You know the mayor and your mother are waiting to see you off at the top of the steps, don't you? Don't keep them waiting, dear. Oh, and remember, if you ever needed some advice, you're stuck what to do, you can chat with folks with a pretty pink speech bubble above their heads like me. Just press X to look at the map and you can't miss us. While you're looking at the map, press right analog stick to change the direction you're facing. It's a handy little trick, trust me. Okay. Thank you. Just look at you, Pandoki, my little boy all grown up. Now be sure to look after Gemma, you hear? To think you've been inseparable since you were tiny, and here you are, about to climb the tour together. Oh, well, if you ever lose your way, just follow Sandy. The dog's got more sense than any of us. Off you go now, dear. I know the two of you will be fine, and I'll make sure there's a delicious supper waiting for you when you get back. Okay. Pandoki, seeing you and my dear Gemma all set for your big day makes me proud as anything. Both as a mayor and a grandfather. You're not kids anymore, you know. No, you're grown-ups now. And that means you're going to tour and offering your thanks. Now, it's time for you to be on your way. Head up to the top, give praise to the spirit of the land, and come back down and tell us how you like the view. Oh, and if you're ever unsure what to do, try pressing Y and selecting Pi tool. Gemma might have some useful tips. Oh, thank God. I was going to say, why is there not? I was gonna say, why is it so loud? Just follow the dogger. Bap, 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 bap.
Humble folk of cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. That's how it goes, isn't it?
Gotta announce the hero loudly. It's not even the talking that's loud, it's just the music that's like really overly loud.
He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on Cobblestone Tor, you see. As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day. The day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks. I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the village's young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I take a tumble and do myself a mischief?
Oh, no, you wouldn't want that.
Well, not to worry. Since you and me were born on the same day, I'm lucky enough to have a bodyguard along for the journey.
She does have a proper country English accent.
Thing won't climb its... Oh. Monsters!
No, it's Eek.
Hey.
Just can't get the staff. It clearly says Eek, not ah.
Watch out! Go on! Crumbs! Fight, and fight some more! Get
So, like... Is there any... Oh, okay. I wonder if there's any benefit of me moving about.
on! You can do it! Go on! Fight, and fight some more!
You're right, love. Calm down.
Get him!
Oh, the music's still the same. Padeki received 6 spirit points and 6 gold coins. Ooh. This is a bit okay. So although it's completely different,
Wasn't expecting this.
it's a little bit like how the first one
I
worked.
know they were only little, but I'd have been done for if you and Sandy hadn't been here to help me. And now we've got to go through that horrible, dingy cave. Just our luck. I'll bet you anything that's where those awful things came from. Well, as long as you're with me, I've got nothing to worry about.
It's just so strange, right?
Go in.
Just because obviously it's got like I know I chose English, But it's like a proper cut, like what you probably consider a country bumpkin accent in England. Couple folks at Cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. Blessed are we since the day of yore. Let it be so forevermore. Oh, look out. I know, I'm just saying. It's funny how fitting it is. I got a lid. Bloody sorted, mate. So here's the thing, right? So I'm playing a definitive edition of this game. So normally with games like this, when it's a definitive edition, there's like DLC that you get, and I'm curious what that is for us.
Fancy a chat, do you?
Oh, we have to push on these to give it. Okay. I'm curious if there's some DLC that I got with it or something. Yeah. Yeah, some of these sounds are exactly the same. If I hadn't played Dragon Quest 1, I probably wouldn't have noticed them, to be fair. I mean, it makes sense. It's like Final Fantasy, right? It keeps the same stuff on it every time. Although they try to update it a little bit here and there, the fanfare and all of that is pretty much spot on. It never changes. More monsters, but I don't think they've spotted you yet. You should try to sneak up and surprise them. Small arrow appear, press A to give him a white wallet wheel. Oh! I only done 1 damage. She made it sound like they were going to get massively messed up.
Run! Crumbs!
Crumbs!
Go on! You can do it! Get him!
Crumbs! Oh, yeah, let's just do one. Okay, never mind.
Go on! Don't give up! Get him!
So by running away, am I
Go
getting away from it?
You
I don't know.
can do it. Tough little blighters, aren't they?
It's between 2D, 3D. Oh, okay, so no DLC then. Okay. Oh, well, you know. No extra content DLC is what I mean. It's like Tales of Vesperia came with a bunch of outfits. Some packs that gave you extra gold and extra levels. So I wasn't sure if it does stuff like that.
Well done!
I can't remember what Frizz does.
Phew.
I want to talk to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, Frizz was a spell in Dragon Quest 1 as well. I don't remember what it done. It might have been. I don't think it was the fire one. Didn't know if there was DLC for this. No, but you know what? You know, sometimes like with these sort of games, when it comes out, they give it like that extra like content just to give it even more reason for people to rebuy it.
Phew.
Am I good? Am I in a good spot for this, or am I covering the health bar too much?
Get him!
To move myself the other way, I'm just gonna get in front. Oh, Sandra, I'm just gonna end up being in front of the mini map. key!
Go on!
You haven't even been attacked. What are you healing for?
Fight and fight some more! Get him! Go on! You can do it! Go on!
6 XP. Oh, yes. Oh. Not bad, not bad. You're it.
Get him! Go on! You can do it! Go on! Fight, fight, and fight some more! Get him!
Yeah.
Core, look at all this fog. Is this normal, do you think?
Oh, blimey! Oh, blimey, governor!
Help! Help me! What? Cole?
Look at her face!
Ah! Quick! You have to help him!
Bruh.
It's not fog at all.
So I leave the kid. We could try. How can we hit fog though?
Watch out! Crumbs! Go on! Don't give up! Crikey!
Just think it's Hugo from that from the rat game. The rat game? What rat game?
Here you go! Get him!
Played out. I've never played it. I actually know nothing about that game, so. Oh wow.
Go on! You can do it! Go on!
So freeze is fire. Okay.
Phew.
They've been defeated. Oh, EXP!
I'm so proud of you!
What's that big boost? Look at this. Hey, Rams! Hello.
I'm sorry, Gemma. I only came up here because I thought it'd be funny to.
Am I remembering wrong? I think Neff played it. I don't even think Neff's played Plague Tale either.
Appeared.
What in the world is going on? I never heard anything about monsters appearing on the tour before.
I love Dragon Quest. Rubes!
But
Rubes!
never mind that now.
You can agree with
What are
me.
you thinking?
Don't.
Could have been killed.
Doesn't she have such a country bumpkin
This
accent?
instant.
Yes, Gemma.
She sounds like she should be on Emmerdale.
You saved my bacon again. I knew you were tough, but crikey, you really have grown into quite the hero.
She has a Hobbit accent.
Far to the top now.
I could picture on Emmerdale. I haven't even watched Emmerdale. I just know of it.
It would have to go.
Not Northern like me. Oh, hell no.
Come on, let's get a move on.
No one could beat the Northern Bean. Emmerdale's Yorkshire. Is it? The more you know. I never knew Emmerdale was in Yorkshire. I went to the big rock from the intro up the road from it. Oh. Fair enough then. Yeah, how you doing, Rubes? Have you had your dinner? It's cooking. Aww. I can't wait to see those pics. Oh, we done an Iceland shop today, and I made sure we got 4 packs of those meatballs. I'm gonna do meatballs in wraps again. I'm gonna do tagliatelles with cheese sauce and meatballs, and I've got 2 more other times to have meatballs. Did you take your tabbies? I do. I take it as soon as I get up in the morning. I'm pretty good with taking my tablets. How's your lips? My lips been fine, to be fair. The last couple of days, it's not been too bad. I've sneezed, and I haven't split my lip.
Here we are at last.
It feels weird that should be a joy, really, shouldn't it?
It's such a shame about the weather. I was really looking forward to that view.
Potion is working. Yeah, I suppose I did need more vitamin
Get
B.
this ceremony over with, eh?
Well, I could have just eaten more meat.
What was that?
Is Gemma gonna get kidnapped?
Help! Help me! Help!
It's like, God, Gemma, you put on a lot of pounds, didn't you? That'll do it. Whoever gets that down there's got some nice fried bird.
We're alive. But
Not
how?
more meat. But it could have.
Big flash of lightning.
It could have worked.
Almost like you made it happen.
But nah, I'm alright. I was making a joke that the brand is called No You. But it's spelled N-U.
Look.
Made me laugh.
Mark on your hand. Huh? Oh, it stopped.
Like no way out,
We
pretty
can
much.
worry about that
Pretty much.
later. All I
It does
know is
taste
you're
weird
safe
though.
Yet again, I don't know what I'd do without you. Now, we really had better be finishing up this ceremony.
It's like I wanted to avoid the taste this morning, so I put it on my lip thinking I won't taste it. I still tasted it.
Great land spirits, hearth and home. Lift your voices up in prayer. Sing it across all our drear.
There was no way out of getting that taste, that's for sure.
Let it be so forevermore.
Shit, be right back, go check on my bowels. Go check on your bowels, Rubes. Go get that boy.
Wow! Look!
I'm assuming we're a voiceless hero in this.
It just goes on and on and on.
And on and on and on.
Dreamed up this ceremony must have had this in mind.
And on and on and
They
on.
wanted to show us how huge our world really is. Well, that's it. It's all over and now we're grown-ups. Should we head down and tell Grandad and everyone? They'll all be waiting for us at the bottom.
Pink pine. Yeet. It is beautiful though. Pandoki and Gemma made their way back to the bottom of the door. I'm sorry, Gem. I thought it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you. I'm an idiot. I'll never do it again, I promise. Yeah, and I was going to save you next time. But the main thing is that everyone's alright. You can never be too careful with the monsters around. We owe you one, Pandoki. And Gemma. And Sandy, too! Okay. When the lightning struck the tour, I must confess that I feared for your safety, but it seems that you escaped unharmed. Truly, we must give thanks to the spirit of the land who watches over us all. Yeah, sure. I mean, it was me. It's official. The kid is an idiot. I mean, pretty much. You're only supposed to go out there if you're an adult.
Safe and sound, Grandad.
Indeed you are, my dear. Thank the spirits for that. When we saw lightning striking up there, we got a little worried, I have to tell you.
Pandoki explains what happened on top of the door.
Well, I never. Sounds like it's nothing short of a miracle that you made it back in one piece. Well, there's no doubt about it, the spirit of the land was watching over you. Now tell me, my dear, how was the view from the top?
It was wonderful. I saw the sea stretch into the horizon and the sunlight playing on the water and... Oh, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
You can't wait that long, and stupidity would kill them long before that.
Only
Nearly did up there.
have the pleasure of looking out over the world of Erdrea in such breathtaking fashion, you know. You're still young, and the day may yet come when you decide to leave Cobblestone behind. I hope our little ceremony has opened your eyes to a little of what may await you out there. Now, it's high time we were heading back. I'm sure your mother is eager to hear how things went, young man. Don't keep poor Amber in suspense.
Come on, you. Home time.
Kind of wish that I could customize the character. I'm just not that much of a fan of what my character looks like. Awarded for ascending the top of Cobblestone Tour to completing the ceremony that signifies the onset of adulthood. So the ceremony is all done. Congratulations. Now don't tell me you've forgotten where you live in all the excitement. Just follow the paving stones, you'll find your way back. Oh, but you must be tired to be forgetting to that. You should head home and put your feet up. Okay. Notice to parents, the tour isn't safe for children. Please make sure they know not to play there. Yeah, that stupid kid! Jesus Christ, how long is this ladder? I'd be bloody knackered before I got up that. Oh, a seed of agility! Nice! Oh! Never mind, I knew what I was doing. No panic needed. Oh, wait, this is just easy things to set up? Okay. How do you save the game in this, then?
Brilliant!
Yeah, so in Dragon Quest, you would get, you get strength, magic, health, and agility seeds, if I remember correctly. Ah, smashing pumpkins. Let's go. Get wrecked, son.
Welcome, Raiders.
Flossie!
Fate.
Hello!
Or watch the show. Thank you.
Hello! Everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. How was the rest of Fall Guys? Welcome in. One Flying Sheep, Kate, Lenny, Flossie. Lovely to see you all. I mean, I think you all know me. I am Panda. I am Panda. Yeah. We started this game today. We're playing Dragon Quest XI. I was playing Final Fantasy 12 for the last couple of story streams, but I hated it. So we skipped out on that now, and we're now playing this. I know by the time your mate Gemma went to the top of the tour and back, you ain't no little boy no more, Pandoki, you're a man. So here's some advice from one bloke to another. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it. No one knows how long they've got, so make the most of it. I mean... Alright, mate. I don't even want to know what he's doing there. Hey, Cold Angel, how you doing? Here, give me uno memento. There you go. Shouted out. Done and dusted.
Do you know what? I'm also really.
Oh shit! I got.
The
Okay.
devil will be like, oh my god.
Yeah, how's the rest of Fall Guys?
For a
Look at the horse.
tray thing. Whoa!
Nice. It's good. We didn't win though. One day, I believe. Yeah. Welcome to my domain. What clip? I forgot about that. Yeah, I gotta admit, I feel like the clip guru thing really brings out some real good clips that people tend to forget about. Greetings, my child. It's good to see the younger member of Flock talking the time to pray. Now, shall we begin? How may our church assist you? Ah. Yes, save my game. Yes. This is very church inspired. Okay. Right, okay. I need to grab some food, pickles, mirror. Okay, Flossie. Make sure you let me know what food you got. No, I mean, it's not like I'm not going to be full after having that Chinese, but yeah. That was a good food. I left like a tub of rice. But it's fine. I'd rather have too much food than too little, so I had a lot of chicken. It was gorgeous. Hey Baduki, you don't want to be wandering around outside the village after the day you've had. You have to be getting home. Is this not where my home is? Oh! Wait, how do I get up there? Right, so that's tomorrow then, eh? No. No, only because I don't like reheating food. It doesn't taste the same to me, and I never really like it. Plus, it had already been like mixed up with curry sauce and stuff, so it was already pretty much done in. It's cool. I left it downstairs. I was like, Mum and Nan can have it, because they were both still eating theirs. So I was like, if either of you want stuff, help yourself. I did get a fortune cookie, though. And my fortune cookie said that I'm going to find great fortune in an unexpected place. I don't know where would be an unexpected place, but apparently it's got my fortune. So I'll wait. Monday. I have to check in what Mum and Nan got, actually. I got them to all pick theirs, so basically I just got the fortune that was left. Is it here? Or have I been already in here? Is this my home? Are you my mum? You saved my little boy. Oh no, this is the woman I saved! Never mind, this isn't my home. Oh yeah, that's right, I can jump! Oh, I forgot about that. Ow. Yeah. Oh, I could just do this. Yeah, how you been today, Lenny? Are you, like, feeling better? Because I know yesterday, obviously, you said that you're a little bit off at one point. Ooh, money! Right, I best go over and get this a little bit then. Much better than yesterday, thanks. I'm glad to hear it. Oh yeah. How you been? I'm not too bad. Like, today at work, well, today doing work wasn't too bad, luckily. Normally for like my last day before I go on a holiday, it normally feels like the day drags so bad. But today went quite quick, so I was quite happy about that. Now I can just chill out and probably play DBD all the time while I'm off now. So I think last time I had a holiday, I was really into Rainbow Six. So I played a lot of Rainbow Six.
Here's my little soldier. Well, not so little anymore. I've heard all about your big adventure. Look at you, all grown up.
Ah, I am.
I hope it wasn't too much of a bother, Gemma dear.
Of course not. Quite the opposite, in fact. You would have been proud of him. We got attacked by a monster at the top of the tower, and I ended up hanging onto the edge of the cliff by my fingertips. I thought I was done for. But you'll never guess what happened next. That mark on his hand suddenly lit up, and a bolt of lightning hit the monster.
What did you say? That funny little mark? Lightning flying about the place? Goodness me. Here I was hoping he'd turn out nice and ordinary, but it seems his grandfather was right.
I like her hat.
Well, I've been putting this off for long enough now. You and me need to have a little talk. Here.
Is she looking at me or is she looking at the ceiling?
You.
You're a wizard, Pandoki. Wizards!
Your
grandfather asked me to give you it once you'd come of age and climbed...
Not like that I've actually already cast fire magic, but you know.
The truth is, there's something I've been keeping a secret all these years. Something I've never told another soul in the village. It's... how can I put this now? Well, he said you're the reincarnation of the Luminary.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, don't ask me what the old fool meant, dear. I haven't got the foggiest. All I know is that your grandfather said you had a special destiny and that there was something you had to do. He said that when you came of age, you were to head north to the capital, up there in Heliodor, and show that necklace thingy to the king.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. So the map and the locations are still the same. The first one there was the castle in Heliodor,
Clear as mud, I shouldn't...
I believe.
Anyway, the long and short of it is that if you want to find out what this is all about, you'll have to leave Cobblestone and head over to Heliodor.
Crikey.
Crikey.
Well, I can't stop you leaving, I'm sure, but you won't be marching on an empty stomach. Come on, dinner.
I was a little bit worried when we started playing this game that there wasn't going to be any voice acting. I don't mind reading out, but yeah, it's quite nice when you don't have to. Hideki tries his hardest to sleep, but he's too confused by everything he's learned and excited about his coming trip. Oh. Eventually. Ba-da-ba-bam. We got up here. What if you didn't want to go? I guess we should, like... Actually, I was going to say, that should be a choice, actually. Imagine if you just didn't want to go. Like, run credits. Oh, well, what else going to do? No one else is going to save the world. I'd do that. Easy, you close the game and call it a day. Here you go. That'd be like the quickest speed run of Dragon Quest. Having trouble sleeping, are we? Well, it's no surprise after all the excitement today and your big news. Whenever I have trouble nodding off, I like to go for a little walk. The night air always does me a power of God. That's my power of God. Power of good. Seems like a world problem. Yeah, I mean, you mention that, like in a real guy's eye. Seems like the problem to the world for me. I ain't touch chickens. I can pet a horse, but I can't pet a chicken. What are you doing? It's when she looks at the window, just screams because I'm just stood here staring like, eh? I know you're in there. Ah, I was hoping I could like somehow do the window and just like, yeah. Chimkin. Yeah! Some big old bold white chimkin.
A new follower.
Thank you for the follow, Lenny. Much appreciated. Alright, okay. So she said a night walk, so I'm imagining I need to find... I'm supposed to activate something, I'm gonna assume. It can't just be like a random ass walk with nothing to do. Can't do anything there. Oh, here you go. Gemma's over here. What's up, Gemma?
Oh, can't sleep either, eh? You remember this tree, don't you? I got my scarf stuck in it all those years ago. There I was, crying like mad, and there you were, running round trying to help me get it down. Some things never change, eh?
Well, you ain't got it stuck up there, you're alright.
I always imagined we'd spend our whole lives right here in Cobblestone. That's why I was so surprised by what your mum said today. All that stuff about you being the luminary, that reincarnation thing. I remember the story my granddad told me.
Go on.
Once upon a time, long, long ago, the world was terrorized by a horrible monster. But then, the luminary appeared and saved the day. When it was all over, the luminary turned into a star. And he's been watching over us from up in the heavens ever since.
Hmm.
That's his star, right there.
Okay.
How can you be the luminary too? I just don't get it.
Well, she did say reborn.
No, that's what you're going to Heliodor to find out.
Kind of what reborn
Understand,
means.
Really, I do. Listen, we should both be getting back. Everyone will be wondering where we've got to. Goodbye, old friend.
Is she not coming with us? Exhausted after his long day, Pandoki finally falls to a restless slumber. Then morning comes. Na-na-na-na. Oh, look at me fancy get up. It's so happy.
Just look at you. You don't scrub up too bad, you know. Only wish your grandfather were here to see you. You won't forget him, will you? He was a fine, upstanding man, the pride of the village. You could do worse than try to be like him. Well, however you turn out, I'm sure you'll find a way to overcome whatever lies ahead. A mother knows these things. Oh, by the way, I've popped a little money I'd saved for a rainy day in your pack. Don't spend it all at once.
I won't.
You visit the village shop before you head off to Heliodor. You'll need some supplies for your big adventure. But
Okay.
don't take too long. The whole village is turning out to wave you off.
Okay. I will, don't you worry. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't know what they're selling. They might have some good stuff. It's not like I haven't already raided their village stuff at the moment and broke stuff to get money. I heard all about it from your mother. She said there's an important journey you have to take, and you're just a youngster. Well, before you head off, make sure you visit the shop. You know where it is, of course, down the slope and across the river. Okay. Oh, wait, a quest. Hello. Dearie me, what am I gonna do? Oh, if it's in young Pandoki, you came along just at the right time. I've got a favour to ask, you see. The other day I was playing with my lad, you know, messing around, as you do. Well, anyway, he got this flurry feather that he loves, and well, all I am actually let it blow away. Luckily, the wind blew it as far as the roof of our shed. I can get it myself, but I'm not good with heights, I'm afraid. Anyway, I know you're a brave young fella, so I was wondering, you mind clambering up there and getting it back for me? You'd be doing me a huge favour, I'm telling you. Don't I already have it? That's unexpected. I mean, what is it the priest is always saying? Be nice to others? Maybe you should bear that in mind next time someone asks you that. Wait, it's yours? Oh, I pressed the wrong button! Yeah, I'll do it! I need help me out. You always paid attention to what priest said in church. You know, that stuff about always being kind to others. You're a fine fellow and no mistake. Now, there's no time to lose. My son's desperate to get his beloved feather back. Hurry on over to your shed. I'm sure you've climbed onto your fair share of roofs, but yeah, okay. I know how to do that. There you go. Oh, wait, no, I accepted it. Wait, can I give it to him? There you go. Here's the feather. I see a wild Lenny. Ah, Lenny's always wild. We love it. Pandoki hands over the flowery feather. I knew you wouldn't let me down. God, you gotta love these. You haven't sent... I thought you sent me them! Ah! Thanks, I knew you wouldn't let me down. I can't wait to see the look on my boy's face. Oh, and before I forget, here's a little something in return. And sleeping hibiscus. And that's all. That's not all. I've got a tip for you. I hope you'll find useful. If you ever want to do someone a good turn, look for a purple speech bubble above their head. Listen to what they have to say and see if you can do anything to help. It always pays to be kind to others, but don't feel that just because someone shared their woes with you, you have to help them right away. You can always come back when you want a little change of pace, or if you're not sure what to do next. Anyway, thanks again, Pandoki. I really owe you one. Now let's just remember, whatever's waiting for you up ahead, be kind to others and you'll do just fine. Da 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 da. Still done. Is it like a digital quest? Digital quest, Jesus Christ. A digital test? Wait a minute, I've got to look at pictures of pizzas. Rubes, what is this? What is this calzone? It looks like a weirdly shaped loaf of bread. Oh, that's something in it. Oh dear. It also kind of makes me sad with your one. Just want to take a 5-minute break. Ah, fair enough. I mean, you're gonna nail the test anyway. I believe in you, Pinky. Oh my. So you're leaving to go cobblestone, are you? Well, make sure you've got all the essentials before you set off. Welcome, very customer. How can I serve you? Bye. Cypress stick I've already got. Pot lid I've already got. Bandana. I could get both of these. Just so that I've got some. Yes. So if I'd like to pink. Yeah. I mean, it's pink, right? She's like really smart. I mean, so is a lot of people here. But you know, I'm just saying, she's got this. I'm assuming. Oh, I got to go up to the top. Wrong way. Wrong way. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it earlier, Pink. But I'm gonna send you a message. I'll send you a message a little bit later. I brought myself some Haribo. I felt so busy in a beloved grass. I don't think they'll be moving anytime. Alright then. Yeah, I brought some Haribo because I saw it and I was like, Pinky. Yeah. I also brought rainbow cookies. I don't know what they're like. I just saw them. I was like, go on then. So this is it. My little soldier's really leaving. You might not be back for a while. Hope you said all your goodbyes. I didn't find Gemma. Should I look for Gemma? Where would she have run to? There's Nipple Man. She'll be alright. See that? President Thunder. No, President Pinky. Always Pinky. Off you go then. On our way to Halidor.
You're just a little boy. The next you're getting ready to leave us. I only wish your grandfather could see what a fine
See,
young man
always
you've
Pinky.
become.
Hell yes.
To think, as
You can't call the president by a nickname, though. Yeah, you can.
Old Chalky found you floating. I mean, since he.
I mean, she would be president, right? Which means she can make the
We
rules.
never thought there was anything out of the ordinary about you. And now suddenly there's all this talk of luminaries of all things. You
It sound weird, but I was drinking my drink and a bit popped up, and I think it went in my nose.
legendary hero who saved the world from a terrible darkness.
I call President
We're
Charlie.
supposed
His
to
name is
believe
Carlos.
that You're him reincarnated? Ha, I don't
Okay.
doubt old Chalky, of course.
Okay.
But it is a little hard to swallow, I must say.
A new follower.
Thank you for the follow, Mickey.
Meet the King of Heliodor.
So, sorry for him. He's Charlie Bro for me.
If he finds
I hope your day's going okay, Mickey.
where the luminaries
After the DVD
raised,
games and the stressful
something in
Fall
it
Guys.
does. If you catch my
It was lovely playing DVD with you earlier.
Oh, you are terrible. Trust you to be thinking about what you can get out of it.
It's just sorting dinner out now. Ooh, what is for dinner?
No, I'm only joking, of course. The very thought. Ah, yes. Now, the fate that
Good to see
awaits
you.
you
We're
may
having a
well
jacket
be
potato
one
with tuna
beyond
mayo.
anything we simple country folk can
Oh,
imagine.
this man is amazing.
But
Yay, don't
allow us
start.
to offer what little assistance we can.
You can't just be out here start
Smack
complimenting.
Andrea with you. May it prove useful in finding your way.
Do you want to know something? I've never had jacket potato. Just a heads up there.
And may this magnificent steed, the pride
Are you a horse?
stone,
Can I name the horse?
your burden and speed you on your way.
But we can, because you're super amazing. No, not allowed.
You'll find Heliodor easily enough.
Let's take it
Just
now.
head north out of the village and follow your nose.
Brooms knows me well. She knows I don't accept compliments.
Travel safely now. Oh, you're
Have awkward blush count for Panda when he gets all
such a
flustered at
good
compliments.
boy.
Wait,
You make
I'm a mod.
proud out there, won't you? And come back safe. It's
trouble, this one. Trouble. Okay.
Wait!
Here comes Gemma
Here,
and Sandy.
this with you.
The dog looks kind of strange.
I made it for you.
I'm not gonna lie, the dog looks kind of strange in this. Gemma's charm.
It'll keep you safe. I heard there are lots of monsters where you're going. Be sure to keep it close, won't you?
I'll keep it in my pocket wherever I go.
Wherever you go and whoever you
Always use it. A dog has human eyes.
don't forget us, will you?
I will when I remember how. Mwahaha!
And remember,
Panda wins.
waiting for you.
If I put my head here, the eyes make it look like I've got ears above my head. Yeah. Just a little bit of random knowledge for you. Just pointless. Pointless knowledge. It's fine. Need a horse? Nay, bother! Horses are an incredibly convenient way to cover large amounts of ground in very little time, but you'll sometimes have to enter areas that can only be explored by foot. Don't despair though, a ring on one of those many summoning bells dotted around Andrea will soon bring you a faithful friend galloping back to your side. Oh, okay. Oh, Pandoki, there you are. The mayor asked me to teach you two things, a thing or two about horses, and maps too, for that matter. Now, you see this bell here? Well, if you give it a ring, a fine steed will gallop up out of nowhere. Just like that. Good to remember if your feet are getting sore. And what if you're lost as well? As well as tired? Easy! Just press square, X, to take a look at your map. What's more, pressing A once you've got your map up will open it. Oh, access to all sorts of useful information. I'm sure this is written in the list of travelers tips in your pack there, but you can't go over these things too often. Okay. Can you still, like, fight enemies when you're on a horse, though? You can! Okay. Hey, bother. Are we going to find Paduki's destiny? Oh, hell yeah. Ah. Don't heal! Take that. The Needlers are defeated! Pandoki receives 6 experience and 6 gold. And a treasure chest! A lamb wool. That's, okay, and it keeps me back on a horse. Nice. Wait a minute, I'm stuck.
Hey, you subscribe. Does it feel good?
It's Ya Boy, back with another month Pandic 18 bucks.
Thank you, Feline, for the 3-month subscription. It's lovely to see you. How are you doing? But wait, you don't want to be going anywhere near Mangle Grove. The monster in there will have your guts for garters. No, if you're headed for Halidor, you need to go straight there. Oh, you have chosen Wily. And it's Feline's father. No, because that means Pandoki's Kiki. But yeah, how you been, Feline? How's your day going? Okay, so I'm assuming moving does help my cause. You're healing, you ain't even been hit yet. Come on. You had a bad day in EPLC? What's up, Feline? What's happened? I'm okay, though. Yeah, what's up? What's been happening with your day? Alright, so I'm here. The Emerald Coast is that way, okay. I'm getting the fights as well. We can have 2 fathers. This is true. But we all know Kiki is the one true father. 6 points, 6 points. Hey, level up! My charm is going up as well. Perfecto. What are you? Hey, wait a minute. A Stark Raven appears. It's dead. I was expecting it to actually be a little bit more difficult. Just cause, you know. It's sort of like on its own. It makes it seem a little bit more ominous. My parents feeling like it's getting better, but after I took medicine it started burning and choking and I've had to run for a month now. Have you been to like a doctor about it? I'm assuming that where you said it's the medicine, that they gave you medicine. But surely if it's still like it even after that, maybe the doctors got it wrong. I mean, I'm no professional. Just seems a bit curious, though. If it's still not sorted after a while. Sometimes happens to me because of the weather. Alright, so apparently we're just not allowed that way. It's too difficult. We're not allowed to go there. Oh, so just as a heads up, where I'm now technically off on holiday, we might be streaming a little bit longer every now and then. Like, normally I finish about 9:30 because it gives me time to go do stuff and then start for work, but I might be able to go for like an extra hour or two some nights where I don't really need to sort stuff out and then be up early the next day. Doodaloo. All the XP. Fight me, Crow. Raven, sorry, Raven. Not a crow. Doctor was like, it sounds like heartburn. He just messed for 2 weeks and contact us. No, fuck off. People always a couple of days. I'll call him a... But heartburn wouldn't affect your throat. No? That doesn't sound right. Normally if I have heartburn, it's just my chest. It's never anything to do with my throat. So, okay, so there's that, right? And obviously I've done that and I've got that. My health is a little bit low, so can I just... Possible, how about affect your throat as acid can be semi-regurgitated? Oh! See, Rubes would be the expert. Rubes, like, whenever something's up with me, Rubes plays 20 questions and then tells me exactly what I need to do. If the characters had a lot on to go send, eventually end in an inevitable state that is being pepped up. Oh! I mean, it's a bit shitty for one enemy, but sure. I guess it's alright. I had it happen when I had a bad reaction to antibiotics. That happened to me once because I was taking a pill and that messed me up. Yeah, I couldn't eat or do anything. Eee. Yeah, I can't say I've ever had that when I've had, like, heartburn. Is it... Oh, it's a cruel cumber. I got moonwalk bowl. I have heartburn before. Eventually look at having restrictive problem like that. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you're not feeling well and you have a bestie like Rubes. She questions everything and then she's like, you need this. She is like one of the bestest people. Used to drink 10 cups of coffee daily. That's bad, right? I don't know, that's a stupid question, but I don't know what essentially be like a general what would be like a general certain average amount of coffee that someone should drink in a day? I care. Oh yeah, no, Pinky's lovely. When I wasn't feeling too great the other day, Pinky messaged me and she was just making sure that I was okay. It was wholesome. She was being adorable. Used to be a coffee maker person that isn't a law. Wait, what? I used to be a coffee maker person that isn't a law person. What? Oh! Gotcha! Barista! Okay. From that, I was like, what? Of course I did, I was worried. Well, it's sweet of you to worry. Reeves knows what I'm like. When I'm just not feeling great, I just sort of just get really quiet and don't talk to anyone. And then I get like a message later and Rubes is having a go at me. I mean, it's well deserved. So, you know. Item bag. Doors attack him. This is true, this is true. I've had many an accident with a door. Or about balls are calling. Alright. Go get your balls. I need to heal myself, actually. I don't understand why they're healing before I even attack them. This is silly. These are pretty cute, though. I will give them that. They are pretty cute. Items. I don't like the way that his tongue's moving. Free skill points. Wait, I've got skill points? Every time a party member levels up, they will earn some skill points. As the name suggests, they can be used to acquire new skill. Oh. Yeah, sure. The character builder is where you can use your skill points to teach each party members new spells and abilities. Also improve their attributes. When unlocking a particular panel, does one surrounding will become available, expanding your options even further. Think carefully about what you unlock, when, and work your way toward the ultimate abilities. Oh. It's my license. Flame sword, okay. Oh, so I can't get that one. I can do great swords. Oh, free, right? So I feel like, like, yeah. That one in. Flame slash. Then what's that? Crit hit chance. Attack power when wielding. When wielding swords, okay. Starts incredibly increased number of parries formed. Oh, that took 3 points? Oh, alright then. Never mind. I thought it was gonna be like 1 point per thing. Never mind. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Look at rabbit! Wait a minute, Feline's here. I'll kill the bunny corn first. Eh. The feline! Get wrecked, cucumber. Eh. Ah. La la la. Hey, I got some herbs. I'll go back to my test. Pinky! Good luck! I'm sending you all the good vibes.
Ho, what have we here? I know a budding adventurer when I see one.
Oh yeah.
Can be risky heading into the great outdoors if you aren't familiar with the basics of survival, you know.
Okay.
Fear not, because that's where I come in.
Go
See
on.
the remains of the fire over there? Well, when you spy one of those, it means you can set up camp and rest your weary bones. To settle down for the night, just go up to the fire and examine it. You'll soon be enjoying a well-earned break. What's that? You're worried about being attacked by monsters while you sleep? Oh, ye of little faith!
Oops.
That statue over there is chock full of holy powers that'll keep the beasties at bay for as long as you need. And that's not all. You can pray to it to be cured of poison and all kinds of other things. Think of it as a mini church. Anyway, enough of my yammering. Why don't you take a closer look at all this camping kit for yourself? You'll need to get used to what campsites look like and how to find them. After all, you'll be relying on them whenever you're out in the wilderness. It's like my old dad always said, keen campers can continue on where others can't. Be prepared. Well, that's all from me. If you have any camping-related queries, feel free to ask. I'm here all the time. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Okay. Thank you. Save. The thing is, I'm so used to pressing like B or circle to confirm an action, because obviously Final Fantasy is like circle and X to cancel, whereas Dragon Quest is like the opposite. $130. Oh, okay. Alright, so it's like that as well. Yeah, it's here for the night. Rest. Until dawn. So there's different time zones on this. Or time zones. There's different timings is what I mean. So I imagine maybe there's some monsters that come out during a set time compared to others. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, it'd take a while for me to get like XP out of them, wouldn't it? Oh, hey, these are new. What are you? I didn't really expect to climb down the well. I was expecting him to bring up the pail. I'll take the strong medicine though. Never mind. Can never go wrong there, can ya? See, it only gives me 5 experience. I'd have to do this quite a bit if I wanted to try and get the next level up.
I can smell you.
Oh yeah, more. I'll just keep going, didn't I? I can always grind later. This doesn't seem like a game that would take long to grind on. I will say I'm already more interested in this than what I was in Final Fantasy 12. I was considering it today. I was like, should I re-download Final Fantasy 12? But in the sense of what I would do is I would play it off stream in my own time, because I hate the idea about not finishing it. But at the same time, I don't want to have to put all of my... I don't want to have to use my off-stream time to play a game that I know I don't like. So yeah. Never mind. Maybe one day I will. At least it wasn't pushing on. I mean, it could have been. Alright, so it's still saying that I really shouldn't be going this way. Let's see if I can go this way anyway. I'll get some XP. They're not really hitting me very hard, so. Oh shit! Crit, baby! Talk about you and me. Yeah. It'd be cool if I could group up enemies. You're not allowed. Fine. Also, hey, Neff. How was your stew? Pepped up. Let's go. Bam. Crit. Sorted. Oh. 10 points in 10. I must be close to getting level on that. Like, I'm in the mood because it was so good. Now that's how you know you've had a good run. Oh, Neff! I remembered something else I haven't had before. And I don't know if you would also be unhappy with it. Make sure it pass this way. What's happening? Okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. Well, no, because Mickey in chat said that they were doing jacket potato with tuna. And I realised I've never had jacket potato before. Where's the medicine? Yeah. It's just starting to bother me, you know. It's like you don't eat or something. I do! I just don't eat common things. I don't really eat exotic things either, but I just don't really seem to eat other, like, big known things. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It just sort of happens. Oh, new enemies! What is it? A hammerhead. It's not exact. Parents having fun with the horse. Yeah, it's nice riding a horse in the game. No, fight me! A fright bulb. I haven't even eaten it, and I don't. No. Those are two different sentences. I didn't mean that a jack of potato is exotic. I just mean I don't. My point was I haven't had one, but I also don't eat exotic things. So I just don't understand how I haven't eaten them. It just hasn't happened. It was two different sentences. What if it's an exotic potato? Have you had the steak bake? Yeah, the Greg things. Yeah, I've had those. I used to buy them from Iceland because you can get the Greg steak bakes in like a box. They're gorgeous, those are. I'm not a fan of their corned beef hash thing, no. What's this? A platypunk? Too bad. It didn't even fight back. Making whole grain pasta and honey chicken. Oh. That sounds nice. Right, okay, good. Steak and chips. I've had steak and chips, but I only like steak well done. I've tried it. Wait, what's the one before it? What's the one before well done? I won't be able to do anything then.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm.
Thank you for the host rooms. Much appreciated. Medium well. Okay, I will have that as well. But ideally, I normally have it well done. It's right, Rubes. We're just talking about things I've never eaten, so Neff can tell me off. And judge me. Let's not forget that. Oh, shit. She was kind of really astounded that I said I hadn't ever had a stew before. So, yeah. I didn't judge it until the list got really long and worrying. There's plenty I've had. Yeah. I like Rubes. I would eat your cooking. I told people like I might be really fussy with my food, but I'll still reluctantly try. Just don't be sad if I don't like it. You know, I eat my steak rare. I used to like medium rare. Nah, I don't like juice flowing out of a steak. Not for me. Not for me. Look at this fella. Same. Is that to medium rare? You've had mac and cheese, haven't you? Of course I've had... I'm half committed to all. Okay. No, of course I've had mac and cheese. I make a real nice mac and cheese. There's 2 paths to this? Huh. I do really want to try mac and cheese pizza though one day. Did you have lasagna yet? Not homemade, no. I've only had that terrible Iceland's one. Oh, I might be having pasta bake tomorrow. Because we've ordered an Iceland shop, but the stuff isn't coming till Thursday. So we need something to cover tomorrow. And Mum was like, we could do pasta bake. I was like, oh, go on then. So I need to get some sort of meat to put with it. It's only terrible as it lied to you about onions. Well, exactly, right? I got a cotton top. It's a shame that doesn't give you XP. But I'm not allowed to count that as that I've had lasagna. Next time I make lasagna, can I send you the recipe? It's hard shit. You can go on then. Definitely for pasta bake. I'm thinking about it. I normally like to do a smoked sausage or a chorizo. But I had chorizo last time, so I wanted... But the place that I normally get my smoked sausage has not had smoked sausage for a while now. So I'm just sort of like... Ugh. If I can get it, I'll get it. But yeah. Oh. But yeah, smoked sausage or chorizo with pasta bake. Oh, it's so good. Right, there's 2 gammon. I then have to cook a load of... I'd have to cook a big bit of gammon. Ideally, it'd have to be something that would is like an already cooked meat that I could just reheat, like smoked sausage or something. Ideally, but it's not something that I can put inside the pasta bake because Mum and Nan don't like anything in it. So what I do is we cook the pasta bake all together, and then when it comes to the end, I cook whatever said meat, and then mix it up with the remaining bit and put it on my plate. Wow, wow, Amelia's stuck on a roof. She don't come down. Wow. Someone help me. Amelia's stuck on a roof. You have to help me. Is Amelia a cat? Yes. Oh, thank you so much. You're nice. Please get Amelia down. She's scared of heights, you know. Amelia's in a pickle. Wait, who's Amelia and where is she? Hello? No, thank you. Yeah, where's this cat? Coarse enough to break your heart. No. She's like, oh, I mean, no, I don't think anyone's gonna know this off by heart. Does anyone know how much one gold would get you in real? Hello, don't worry about me. I'm just room inspection. Laters. I imagine it fetch you a pretty penny. But how's your pizzas, Rubes? It is. Oh. Get in, cat. Right, where's gonna be the enemy? But mine got stuck. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Pan, the man that doesn't eat exotic food but had a Chinese early and loves chorizo. He's never had a jacket pack. That's me. That's me. I do love a good chorizo. This is also the person that talked about trying to get banana leaves and steaming food in it. I don't really make it any better for myself, you know? I can't find anywhere to get banana leaves, you know? Apparently a lot of places use dried corn husks. I don't know where to get that either. I'm having fun. Nah. Not for me. How would I get that cat? I mean, I'm like, you know, I'll happily agree that I am like a very strange, weird one. For sure. Oh, can I do it from over here? Yeah, there was a whole conversation me and Neff had about how I wanted to try and learn a recipe. Well, not, I mean, I suppose it is learning a recipe. But you needed to get banana leaves and steam it. But it's really hard to get banana leaves in the UK. Like, the one place I did find it, they're like, oh, you have to use it within a couple of days. And I was just there like, I'm not going to use all of that. Can I jump that? Maybe. Maybe if I should press the jump button a little quicker. Decide place for the next 4 weeks then. Yes. It'd probably be longer. We only play story games 3 days of the week now. And yesterday was wasted on Final Fantasy 12, so... yeah. How you doing, actor? No! No! Hey. Might spend the next few hours trying to get his fucking cat off the roof. I finished this in about like 60 hours. Yeah, it did say like the main story alone is like 57. But so like we were playing, we were like 10 hours into Final Fantasy 12, and I absolutely hated it. So I needed I wanted to play something else long game wise. Let's go back. Oh, there's literally a ladder in there. I'm just gonna try this again. Can I? Yeah, yeah, you can do it. Never mind. Oh, a mini milk. Grain free's fine. Nice. Mew! The cat's paw seems to be stuck in the hole. Do you want to help it? Yeah. Gently removes the cat paws from inside the hole. Meow! You helped the little girl's cat. Go tell her the good news. Is 12 where you go on a train for the first 8 hours? Kiki! No. No! There's no trains in 12. But hey, Kiki. You did it! You got Amelia off the roof! Thank you! Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here, take this. Paducah receives a big bag of kitty litter. If you got up on that roof, you can get onto others. You could probably even climb down chimneys. Like, it's because she's telling me how there's still 13 is a tro. Yeah, 13 is god-awful. But I think 12 is now my least favourite. I watched you yesterday. I kind of want to play 12. So, here's the thing, right? I was saying this to, like, Morph. I was really, like, I don't like the idea that I've just given up on 12. I don't want to stream it. Ever. But I don't know if I maybe want to pick it up and play it in my spare time. But then I'm like, do I really want to use my spare time to play a crap game? So I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's happening with that. If I install it again at some point, I'll probably just play it in my free time. Can we talk about how Panda started in this journey saying that he doesn't like RPGs? No, for RPGs, I just don't like. I never liked turn-based before. I've liked RPGs. I will get used to the fact that it's A for that. But do you now? Some of them, yeah, not all of them though. Do I already have it? Oh, I see, I see, I see. Yes. No, oh shit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I haven't liked every turn-based game that I've played since I started playing them. But I've liked quite a few. I'm not disappointed about any that I've played. Wait, when did I get Greatsword? Very hard RPG fan yet. I'm not playing Disagea on stream. I came all the way to Helidor with just one guy in mind to catch a glimpse into the two greatest heroes in all history, Sir Jasper and Sir Hendrik. And what? I think they just really want me to play Disagea on stream. It's not happening. The only problem is that it won't let me in the castle. Can you believe it? Well, if I'm not going to meet them in person, I suppose I have to buy my time and read them up on them instead. Isn't that what I said? Disagea? Or how it's fucking pronounced? Yeah, if you want an anime and telegraphy, you could help me find a book and exploits that have those two fabulous knives. Sure. I know about the book sitting on the bookshelf somewhere. What's this? Maybe we should head east. If you see the bookshelf with the red books in them, take a close look. Apparently that's the ones worth reading. If you manage to find a book about Jesper and Hendrik, make sure to come back and tell me good luck. Okay. Yeah, Disagea! Disagea! No! Disagea! I have them, Neff. I think I know. Let me call them what I want to call them. It's Disagea. I will always call it Disagir. Do you have any red books? No. Well, you didn't say you did anyway. Oh, hello. Panda, listen to me. But I don't want to sing correctly. When do you ever know me to say things correctly? Take a deep breath. Lasagna. Lasagna. Wait, can you not call it lasagna? What's that? Oh, that's not the book that we want. Character 3 and then Guy. 1, 2, 3, Guy. There you go. Excellent. Sure. But yeah. I don't think I'll ever play Disagir on stream. Did it on purpose. Well, I mean, I know now it's incorrect, but I mean, I'm still going to call it the same thing. I like what I call it. It's like what I used to call coleslaw, cowslaw. I still do to annoy my mum. She loves cowslaw. Call it cold sore. See, you get it. Red book. That's it, Braun. Name is Hall. Most of us wandering blacksmith very much observed over a wonderful forge. So that one guy threw a number of odds and ends into it and produced countless fabulous creations, which really serves about face value. There should be some truth to them. A wise adventurer would do well to hold on to whatever oddments they find in their travels. Who knows what they might be turned into? This is not the book that I'm looking for. I mean, Kiki's here laughing, right? But Kiki's got to remember, Kiki's doing a learning Spanish stream with me, so he's got to put up with it. You know, straight up in his face. I mean, he already has to deal with it on Snap anyway, but this is going to be live in the moment. Wow, Kiki! Wow. So rude. He fought him off the other day, nothing else. He fought him off? Excuse me, he did not fight him off. He nearly got knocked out by him off. Oh, I don't think I told you, Kiki. I showed my mum that clip. She was in hysterics. She was laughing so hard. And then we were talking about the conversation today that we had about putting cats on a leash. To like take them out for a walk. And I said you said, oh well, you know, Mimi's a bit of an idiot. Or a bit stupid. And like how he can't even catch him off. And my mum was like, well, nor can he. And I was like, oh my god, man. Brutal. Love it. Gotta love it. Monsters Penalty takes it. Closer look. Intrepid adventure. If the book should impress you upon the before you set the Christ of Wild, let us be this. Monsters that roam now, more fishermen and others that appear during the day. He as well. Oh, okay, so it's more. They are difficult enemies at night. Gotcha. Where the hell is this other book going to be then? It's at the east side. I've been to every building that I can go in. Oh, at least I think I have. It's not going to be in the church, is it? Yeah. Oh, Kiki, what did your mum say about it? It's not going to be in there. Oh, wait, I've been here! Ah, shit. Ah. Anyone had a lush bath recently? Now, okay, wait a minute. When you say a lush bath, do you mean like as in a really good bath, or do you mean a bath with something lush branded? That cheater's private! Not now, it ain't. Lush branded? No, I can't say I ever have. I've been in their shop once. And I took Mum with me, because she's never been before. How do you get in there? It's areas off limits. Clear off, will ya? Why I order. Mum had never been in there before, and we went in there. And the woman was, like, so up in our face. She started putting these, like, hand lotion on my mum. And she felt really uncomfortable. And when we got outside, she leant over to me and whispered, she's like, I feel violated. And then she just having a good old giggle as we walked away. Count of two heroes. Oh, I found the book! No matter how precious, Halidor is great nice to not fall. The two heroes stand apart. First is Sir Hendrik, a warrior without equal. Countless times he has ridden a colossal steed back obsidian fearlessly into the heart of the soul. Scattered enemy like so many leaves, he is chivalrous to a fault in the sin by many as the greatest swordsman in the world. Even the vilest, most towering troll dare not stand its ground when faced with the wily greatsword. The second half of this gallant duo is the shrewd and ingenious Sir Jasper. Regarded as the sharpest military mind of the age, he has led heavily outnumbered forces to glorious victory again and again. Though a swordsman, he may be no match for Sir Hendrik. His ability to analyse any battlefield and quickly arrive at an ideal strategy for the situation at hand is unrivaled. With these two great men, the swordsman and strategist to great protect Helidor, need fear or foe. I just have a bubble buff. I don't know if I should go all out. I mean, I feel like you should go out all out. Oh, it's night time. Yeah, I feel like you should go all out. Oh yeah, they aren't allowed to help customers in there. Are they not? This woman got real up in my mum's face. When they come to me, can I help you 5 seconds after step into the shop? Give me a damn moment, you weirdos. Yeah! It's like you should step into the store. Can we help you? Well, I mean, maybe, but can you just let me look around the fucking shop first? Maybe? And then I'll let you know. Right, I'm gonna go get myself comfy. Been amazing, Panda. Take care, Ed. Take care, Ribs. I'll message you after the stream. I hope your pizza's good. I miss you already. Oh, hello there. I can tell from the look in your eye that you found that book. Go on, tell me what it said. What's that? Sir Hedrick is the mightiest swordsman, but Sir Jasper is peerless military technician. It says I'd heard as much, and between the two of them, they've made Helidor a knight on unbeatable military force. Why, never. Fancy that. Ah, I'm so glad to share that with me. Now I feel a lot closer to my heroes. I feel a lot safer knowing that they're around to protect Helidor. Thank you so much for enlightening me. I may not have met them, but this may be the next best thing. Here's a little something to thank you. I have to admit, I hear when they talk to me, but no space moment scares them away. Really? Yep. How weird. Oh wait. Alright, actually, let me check the east side, or the west side, because I haven't actually checked out this side, did I? Alright, okay. Ugh. I like how I'm just going in this person's house and just stealing this shit. No regrets. What's this one? Oh, a brief history. I don't really care about a history of the thing. There's something out and about face quite intimidating and friendly. We never get approached by anyone. I mean, it's useful in certain scenarios, for sure. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Malia. Alright, gorgeous. Ah, hello, baby. Hello. Hello. Your belly. I'm not playing with you. Don't roll on your tummy if you don't want me to pet it. Here you go. Will you come up on it? If you lay somewhere really discreet, I'll put the camera. I wonder if that still happens though with like the masks on and stuff. Because I feel like that's one thing is obviously sometimes I got like a really intimidating mask, right? Well, I mean, I'm not saying it is scary, but like there's people definitely get a little bit like earthed about it. You can stay there. No, wait, here you go, wait a minute. If I move that for you, you can lay down. Shh. If I time this very well, I can get her on camera. There you go. It won't last long, but yeah. Okay. Alright, I need to head over to this, onto the top of this building. Look at my eyes, I'm angry. I feel like that's what people do with me, because even when I'm wearing my mask, like, I smile, and people can't obviously see that I'm smiling. So it might just think I'm like, I mean, I don't mind that. Keeps the idiots at bay. Kiki is a grumpy gnome. That's right, stay there. Give the people what they want. If it's a treasure down, I can start down. Okay. Going down. So Panda, she's gonna wear. Kiki, I can't help it, Kiki. When she's there, I like a mass Panda. Next part, treasure chest hunger is ever. Oh, chest house with great treasure by. Since well, she said yes, tomorrow I should buy something to discuss. Wait, what? Scrap paper hidden between two books, but takes out. There's nothing I love more than longing looks for the slum dwellers who beneath my balcony and cork in my treasure chest. Oh, I see! Okay, there's a treasure chest here that I can take. Oh shit! Nice! Nice! Yeah. I think even though she doesn't show it, I think she's been really happy that I've been home. Like, instead of, like, obviously working from the office, I've been working at home. I think I can tell that she's been, like, enjoying it more with me around. It's just been me being positive hoping. Did she not tell you? You know what, weirdly, right? And so I called Rubes pretty much every day after work. And she talked to me while I was walking home. And the weird thing is, Malia started doing something that she never does. And like every time I came home from work, when I opened the door, she'd come running up to the door to me like a dog. She's never done that. She started doing it all that week. That's not cut behavior. Yeah, she doesn't normally, but I'm assuming that's just because obviously normally I'm home. Ooh, money. Mango has taken over my chair. Is that a bad thing, Kiki? You kind of... It's not exactly like it's a fully functioning chair, is it? Oh, I don't really care about these story ones. So it's just King of the World. Okay. That's it, because it stinks like me. Aww. To be fair, sometimes, like, when I go out, like, she doesn't show affection that often, right? But sometimes when I go out, and, like, I come back late at night, Mum's like, she's been in your room, like, sleeping in there, which she doesn't normally do. And it's, like, the same, like, when I went to London, not long after we first got her, Mum would say that, like, on the evenings and that, she would, like, sit outside my room looking in. And would occasionally meow. Hey, Panda, hey, how you doing? Tada brought me a private land. Okay. Or maybe she misses you. Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't show it when I'm here. that's the thing, though. That's why I'm like, okay. I suppose she does. Oh, you did Final Fantasy? I hated that game, Elliot. I did not like Final Fantasy 12. 10 hours was more than enough. So we're playing Dragon Quest. Dog did that when it came out. Sleep on bed till I got home. Yeah, she does do stuff like that. She's a cutie. And yeah. She's also multi as all hell, but yeah. And he had time to open the door and he's racing down the stairs. So I've been running around this whole time.
Halt! Not so fast.
State your business.
Does anyone's cat go down the stairs upside down? No.
Shake my hand, mate. That's the funniest one I've heard all week.
Clear off, will you?
How do you mean upside down? Do you mean like rolling down the stairs?
Oh, yeah.
What's that? You want to show that pendant to the king, you say?
Do you mind waiting here a minute?
Sure. I don't really have a choice.
Huh? Ever so sorry for that little misunderstanding. Please, go right on through. His Majesty's waiting for you.
Okay. We have Jasper, but Jasper isn't here. How are your three, Neff? Are they all good? But yeah, how's work been in that, Elliot? I am now officially off for a while. I'm happy. Happy chappy. Butterfly wing. Navi does this thing. She'll lay on her back, put her paws in the air, and then her head will fall onto a step below, and then her whole body will go, and she keeps going down like that. Okay. This tree's been here since before I was born. It's simply magnificent. It requires no care, but retains its noble form entirely naturally. Okay. Yeah, Malia's never done that. It's not a way to go down the stairs even for a cat. Wait, what happened there? I blow my nose again. I got like really stuffy nose, apparently. Okay. It's not been too bad, thanks. Work on a new project now, so that's good. Ooh. Are you making another site? Or is it something else? If you're allowed to say. I don't know if you have like NDA with some of your stuff. Oh, we'll go downstairs even for a cat. Yeah. I'm just waiting for you to go to the front room, head up the stairs and go, sure, I'm okay. That I can do. First, I'm going to look in every single room and loot. Because I can! Well, I say because I can, but... I need to make something that translates cat. There is that app! There is an actual app that apparently translates cat speech into English. Or human. I don't think it works. Yeah, pretty good. Remember, his face is healed nicely now, but she has like colour from now, which I'm happy about. What happened to Momo's face? Did you say? I don't recall you mentioning anything that happened to Momo. Sure. I'm back. I don't mean to brag, but they didn't even burn the whole kitchen down. Oh, well done, feline. Oh! I'm stupendously wealthy and I brought marvelous gifts for the king, but now I hear that he means to grant orders to some upstart, and I must wait. That's me! That's me! One of her teeth was knocked out and her top lip was busted. Oh! Hey, I'm glad she's okay and getting better. But yeah, it's quite nice, obviously, because obviously before you always used to say that she was obviously more of like always with Neb, but she seems like she's growing really fond of you now. Or well, I mean, she's always been fond of you, but like more fond of you. Yeah, well, I mean, my speed of recovery, yeah. I think Malia's face is finally healed now. But she could somehow accidentally sort it out again, I don't know. She just needs to be more careful. Is there a late princess? I'm afraid I cannot point to pass. Oh. Okay, not allowed in any of those. That's like, go talk to the king. I will, but let me just go raid his castle for goodies. You never know. Who stays laying on me whilst I style her hair now? Aww. So cute. So cute. I don't understand why we need cat litter. Yeah, how do I get that? Oh, I think she's noticed the camera. Yep, she's noticed the camera. Damn it! I can't quite reach it. Ah, well, that was as bad as long as it'll last. Right. How would you knock a chandelier down? I don't know, it should be like a switch or something. Do-do-do. A mini medal? I still don't know what they do, but I'll keep it in mind. That red star in the sky is known as Erdwin's Lantern, you know. Scholars have long wondered how it got that name, but I'm afraid it has remained a mystery. Nice. Get back inside, yes please. Wait, where did I get fishnet stockings? Right, so as you go talk to the king. There's also these weird like little ghosts as well. Right. To the king!
That will be quite close enough. Welcome to Heliodor Castle, friend.
I don't trust him.
The Jewel of Dundrasil. You are bold indeed to have made your way here alone, Wanderer. I am Carnelian, ruler of Heliodor.
Nice.
How long have I waited for this day? And now, finally, we meet. Truly, it is an honor. The fact that you come here proffering the jewel and asking to speak with me personally would suggest that you know something of your true nature.
Apparently I'm a reborn Lemister.
You also bear the mark? Yes, the mark of light. Then there is no doubt, you are he. Rejoice, dear subjects. The day is upon us at last. The luminary walks among us once more.
I'm just Pandoki.
Tell me, oh luminary, where exactly is it that you hail from? I would so very much like to pay tribute to those who took you in and raised you.
Pandoki tells King Carnelian that he was raised in a village of cobblestone.
I see. Cobblestone, you say? Jasper, you know of this place?
I do, my liege. A village of provincial nobodies deep in the rocky south.
I'll be nobodies, I was born there.
What to do? Do not disappoint me.
Yes, my liege.
Trust him. He seems shady as fuck.
Accursed luminary. I know not what your intent was in coming here alone, but whatever your wicked scheme, know that it shall not succeed.
What?
Hendrik, take this cur, this harbinger of calamity, and cast him into the furthest corner of the dungeon.
What the fuck did I do?
Know this. The luminary is the root of all evil and will bring naught but misery to our realm. And why is this? The reason is simple. Just as light is intertwined with darkness, so too is the luminary intertwined with the dread lord of shadows. His coming heralds the resurrection of the Dark One.
Did you really think you could fool one as wise as His Majesty? It was your great misfortune to confront one who knows your true nature. Men, seize this wretch!
We get off in a cuppa. What's this bullshit? Why is just quiet?
You claim to hail from Cobblestone. Well, before the sun has set 3 times, we shall know the truth. By then, Jasper will have returned from his investigation.
What do you mean investigation?
Dark Spawn. I would not expect to live beyond that day.
You know what's always curious? Like, this day and age with all of these games where they started ages ago and their character was always someone that never spoke. Why not just make the hero speak? Certain games I would agree not to. Like, I mean, you don't want Link to speak. But I don't understand why some games don't do it, so... Should you keep it down, will you? There goes the neighborhood.
Will you keep it down in there? Most folks they throw in here
It's taboo.
to wait a while before going stir crazy.
Wouldn't hurt.
What are you in for, anyhow?
Darkspawn, you played Dragon Age?
Bored down here.
No.
Something pretty bad. Wait, did you say the Luminary? You're serious? You're telling me the Luminary has just shown up in the cell next to mine? This is crazy.
Everyone knows this Luminary business, except for me. I mean, it makes sense.
1 plate of delicious gruel for the gentleman in the dungeon suite. Come and get it.
Gruel!
The Luminary? You're serious?
Anyone ever notice that Gruel is kind of close to G Fuel? Yeah. I mean, that's not why I wouldn't have G Fuel, but...
So it's all happening just like the seer said it.
You know.
We'd better get out of here.
Coincidence? I think not.
Wait here.
You? But... Oh!
It is.
Don't worry, I didn't kill him. But he won't be waking up anytime soon. Things will get pretty hairy up ahead. You'd better...
What's that other one that's quite popular?
Oh, and I found this in a corner over there. I guess it's your stuff, right?
Squeak. That's it, yeah. Squeak is good. I'll go with Squeak.
Me? I got this little beauty back, so now I'm pretty much unstoppable. We better get out of here before any more of our tin-headed friends come knocking. Holler when you're ready to move out, okay?
Okay. Well, we could just go now. It's just like one of those things. I don't like the idea of any of these energy drink places. Or energy drink things, I mean, sorry. Yeah, there's some chests in there. Why did you ask me to let him know when I'm ready if you're not going to then do it? Like, you still got the keys. Give me the keys or I'll unlock the other cells. I'll get some goodies. I've had quite a bit of G Fuel, but not for a while now. I used to have some vegan ones, but they got rid of them. What's it with these places and they start doing vegan stuff and then they just stop doing it?
Digging this hole, and you just happen to show up the day I finish it? Heck of a coincidence. Guess I really was meant to help
I still remember the streamer who took G Fuel and powder form directly into her mouth.
Anyway.
Sounds like you're just going to do the cinnamon challenge, but with G Fuel.
In you go.
After a little while, she's bouncing everywhere. So this is the thing with me, right? I never get affected by energy drinks or stuff like this. Or okay, another one, sugary sweets. A lot of people go bouncing off the walls when they've had sugar. Never happened to me. It's never been my thing. Well, my thing. It's never been something like a way I've reacted to something.
Well, there must be a way out somewhere. Lead the way. I got your back.
Sugar does nothing for me. Yeah. I do know people that bounce off the walls when they've had a lot of them. I'm just not one of them. Hey, but I don't
get it.
I have to remember to bring up my rainbow cookies.
You lot, over here!
Huh? Damn it! We better make ourselves scarce. Follow my lead.
But there's someone there. Remember when I had to cut after avoiding sugar for a long time? I was flying. The dad who went to buy you 17 years ago, if you mind. I stuff that torch out and follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Across that bridge, light the torch again and check it out.
These guys don't give up, do they?
Oh, the bridge is breaking. Uh-oh.
Seriously?
Gee, safe fly, you fool.
You okay? Looks like we shook the guards, at least. And that looks like a way out. Maybe our luck's about to change.
Oh, we haven't exchanged names, you know. Maybe we should. Could Gandalf be the one that made G Fuel? Could you imagine? Yes, it's Gandalf you after all. Oh my god. Ah, that's a dragon. I'm only level 6.
Wait, there's something there.
Yeah, bloody dragon.
If we stand and fight, we're dead. Let's get the heck out of here.
We've done a lot of running in this game. Oh, we need to move now.
Out of here.
All right.
Well, here goes nothing. Whew. I think we gave it the slip.
How? It was a straight line. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's literally a straight line. How can you lose it? It's not stupid. It's a dragon. Get the heck out of here. Well said. Yeah. We don't get moving, we're dead meat. Run! Okay. Slap a saddle on Panda. I wish I could. Oh, bollocks.
Damn it!
Wait for bow!
Come on, quickly!
I like when people use heck when they're serious. Wait, is this probably at the beginning? Hasn't, alright. It is cute though. I would ride it.
Has it gone? Whew. That was way too close for comfort. What's that thing doing under the castle anyway? Well, whatever.
He ain't smart, that's for sure. True.
Uh-oh.
Alright. Cool.
Run!
Toasty.
We made it. Just. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Huh?
Oh.
Here he is, the dark spawn.
Shit.
Ah, me and my big mouth. Move now.
Okay. I don't know but run. I'm Simon.
Looks like our luck finally ran out.
I'll take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Damn indeed.
There they are. We've got them now.
No way back, huh? If they catch us, we're dead meat.
Hold!
Let's do this. I believe in you. I believe in the Luminary. I don't have much choice.
Aww. Hey, Crunk!
Let's not do anything stupid now.
The name's Eric, by the way.
Oh! I really wanted to name him. I wanted to call him Colin. God damn it. Hey, we've got past the prologue. I think. But yeah, how you Crunk? Hey Broken, how you both doing? Is this seriously the intro? Almost 3 hours in. Prologue done. This is the end credits, right? We're done. Game over, right? GG! Oh, hello, who's that? Yo, it's a good break on it and jail. Well done. Isn't this technically spoilers? No? I have the power! Did it seriously just show us the whole game though in the intro?
Wake up, lazy bones.
Yeah, maybe get back to 12. I'm not playing 12! No! You can't make me!
Up you get.
Not on stream anyway. Who knows? Whether I'll play it off stream is completely in the wind. Or up in the air, I mean.
Finally. I was worried we'd lost you for a minute there. You've been out cold ever since we jumped. Had to drag you all the way here on my own. But what a jump it was.
When playing it off stream would be worse.
Put my faith in
No, because I wouldn't really have to focus on it
didn't get smashed into 1,000
as much.
pieces.
No, play this.
I woke
Play,
up on the
play this through in one stream. There's no way I could do that.
on me. Amazing what a little faith can do.
Without Chatter Strat, no.
Anyway, I guess you and me must be at the top of the King of Heliodor's most wanted list by now.
Hmm. Well, you're off work. Yeah, no, but I don't really want to spend my free time while I'm off playing a game that I know I don't like.
On our way.
I could play it into other games. Like I could play Astral Chain a lot more. So.
Ah, there you are, my children. I trust that your friend here is fully
No, play this one in one stream. No, I can't do this in one stream either.
He's just fine.
I have to sleep.
Not at all, dear. I'm just happy to see you both well again. But if you are leaving, you must be careful on the road. It seems some dangerous criminals have...
Game I know I don't like. Streamer problems.
somewhere in the area.
No,
I shudder to think
play it in the mornings and keep us up to date on how it's going.
capable of.
See, that's what I was thinking of doing initially.
Criminals, you say? Dear
I don't know, we'll see.
That doesn't sound good. And you heard this when you...
I might just end up playing Dead by Daylight every morning.
Indeed, my child. There were guards everywhere. They
It's
are
possible.
high and low for the villains. And I heard that the mighty knight Sir Hendrik himself
That's also a good shout, yeah.
in the south with his troops. They say he means to block the road to
I've got some killing to do
village
as well
fugitives came from.
on it.
Oh, but you must forgive me, poor lambs. I did not mean to alarm you. They will...
Don't forget, tomorrow's stream will be Dead by Daylight as well.
Justice will be done. And until then, you are free to remain with us for as long as you please.
Thanks. We appreciate that.
My Ventures in Ivalice by Pandoki. Oh no.
We're going to get a...
If I did download it again and play through it off stream, I would do a review of it when I finish.
Cobblestone, eh? Never heard of the place. I never even knew anyone actually lived in those mountains down south. Is that really where you're from? I'm guessing you want to go see what's happening down there. But you need to be smart. You won't get past Hendrik unnoticed.
Okay, Sonic.
If you're going to make it there without getting caught, you'll need to avoid the main road.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to do that, you'll need my help. I know every back road there is to know in these parts. But I've got things to take care of in Heliodor first. I left a little something in one of my old haunts downtown, and I need to get it back.
Okay.
So, are you coming along for the ride? I did help you break out of that dungeon, remember?
Sure.
That's the spirit. But we can't have you bringing us any unwanted attention. Ah, I've got just the thing. Here, put this on and keep your face hidden. Otherwise, you're gonna get nabbed as soon as you set foot in Heliodor.
Oh. I thought it was going to be a little bit more than just a cloak.
That's more like it. If you're gonna be a wanted man, you might as well look the part. Right. Let's head north and hit town.
Sure. Why did he talk like he's from New York? I don't know.
Glad you're coming along. The seer told me to stick with the luminary when I found him, and that's just what I...
Or New Jersey. I mean, Emma, who's with us, talks like she's from, like, a really country bumpkin English town. Hey, forget about it. Yeah. I get it. I'm walking here. Yanny-o, Johnny Yanny-o. Hey, Mr. Gore, how you doing? More pet powers. So that blue-haired chat with you is called Eric, is he? Well, he looks like he knows how to handle himself. He'll pick the worst traveling companion, that's for certain. Now tell me something, have you heard of pet powers? They're special powers that you can only unleash with the help of your companions. Basically, they're what happens when spells and abilities are mixed together in various combinations. And believe me, they're well worth learning. I can see I've piqued your interest. Alright, let me think. Of course, I've got just one for you. Try. I'm pretty sure if you and your friend Eric put your minds to it, you'll be able to master a little kraken known as the Real Decoy. All you need to do is team up and try it out on some hapless monster. You'll soon see how incredible it is. Well, what do you say? Fancy giving it a try? Yes. I think you're really sleepy for some reason. Oh. Maybe have an early night. Well, if you're in a battle monster attacking you, suddenly you find that you're fully focused and ready for anything. That shouldn't be enough to get you, I'm sure. Now stop listening to waffle. On tried once you've taken out most of the real difficult, come back and let me know. Hello.
Hey!
Oh yeah, no. I know where he wants to go, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad today, Mr. Gore. Started a new game. Two words at the end of the sentence my brain failed to comprehend. I got plenty. They say, go to bed, you silly goose. I mean, I'm not saying that he should go to bed. I'm just saying maybe have an earlier night. I can never sleep at 9 PM. Oh no, for sure. Well, actually, no, I can't say that. I've fallen asleep at 9 PM before. Yeah. Are these Tomberries? No. Hey, experience points. Wait, what? Why so much? There you go, Dragon Quest 11. Not bad. We only just done the prologue. Took 3 hours. Yeah. Oh, they actually just give a lot of XP. Fair enough. No, I'm new. Yeah, new but has his own command. Battle mode. No. Speed. Oh, I can grind in this game. Okay. What's up with people and complimenting me today? This is so uncalled for. Keep hearing his precious. What's going on? Has Rouge been speaking to everyone? Right, I need to somehow get my pet powers up, and as far as I'm aware, I just fight. And it happened. Scepter love. Oh! 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 I don't know how to do it.
Nice.
How am I get? I don't. How would I get both of their peps done? Hang on. All right, Neff, what's going on?
Nice.
How's everyone said I got all work done? Nice. What? I got as much work done as possible. But yeah, I got as much done before I went off. But it wasn't too bad today. It just occurred to me, if you've never had a baked potato, that means you've never had one with beans and cheese. Yeah! Well, I don't like beans, do I? So, I wouldn't have had that anyway. Can you...
Another one bites the dust.
Can you get your pep up already? I'm trying to do a quest.
This is bad. Oh, yeah! Let's do this.
Here you go, this is the one I need. Gotcha. Free cheese baked potato with bacon bits. Oh, now that sounds good. You know what? Okay, wait. Does it make it weirder that I've never had a baked potato, but I've had potato skins?
Oh, yeah.
You never stop surprising me. I mean, you've known me for, like, quite a long time. As well, like, if anyone's going to be, like, unsurprised, it should be you, really. No, don't say where, you don't need to. I'm a man with a vast experience. Ah! In your eyes, the serene step, the glow of satisfaction. Oh, yes, you nailed it all right. You should be proud of yourself to have teamed up with a trusted ally and pulled off a pet power as monumentous day for any aspiring warrior. Feels amazing, doesn't it? Yes, there's nothing like a pet power. I must say, I feel rather proud of having you. Why should it like a Mega Man thing? I wonder. Here, souvenir. Eee! Yeah, there's many more powers. Okay. Okay. I'll take the chain, I'm going. I did the same thing, but one had been double baked and the filling meddled with. I don't know, I just tried it. Pinky! Are you taking another break from your test? Guess what? Never had baked potatoes. They're super good. No, I haven't. About yet. Oh, Pinky, you missed Malia, by the way. We had her on camera for a little bit. Again! Yeah. She was sleeping on the desk. For a little bit. I'll check the video later. Yeah, she's like just being cute and sleeping on my desk for a bit. Oh, that's right, wait a minute. No, no. Okay. You know, reminds me of like 90s cartoon shows. Yeah, I can see that. I really like the art style in this game as well. It's cutesy. I dig it. The first one's also fun. So I played Dragon Quest 1 like a couple months ago on my Switch.
Nice.
Because I have Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 on my Switch. Because they done like a somewhat like a remake for it. Booyah! Right, let's have a look. I got 5 points for each of them. Right. Who should I put them out? Pepped up. Oh yeah, go on then. Not enough skill points. Oh fuck. Do I think you hate so it's actually older than Final Fantasy? Yeah, it is, yeah. Hey Job, have you played any previous installments? I'm new to the game as well. A little past this point in DQ11. I have only ever played Dragon Quest 1. Just because, like I said, I've got it on my Switch. They've got Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. It's like a weird remake. I don't know any other way to really describe it. But yeah, I played that on my Switch, and it's really it was quite fun. Completely different than this, obviously, because it's sort of like more modern day. But yeah, it's more like you have the whole world. When you walk around, you can bump into an enemy anywhere. And then you have the option, you have like a list and it's in a picture in the middle. And you have like the design and it just says attack, magic, all of that sort of thing. But yeah, it was really fun. Get that one. 6, 2, 3, 8. Okay. Hey, medicinal herb. Nice. I think I'm just gonna check this area out. We go till 9:30. Like normal. And then, yeah. And then Mason's have an interesting time, like say latest plus isn't considered the father of RPGs. I wouldn't really know. I'm not that well versed in JRPGs. Other than me occasionally playing Final Fantasy games, I haven't really touched that many, I wouldn't say. I played a couple of Tales games. They're quite fun. I played Final Fantasy. Only some of them. I can't think of any other JRPGs that I've played. I've got a couple of Fairy Fencers. I've got Death End Request. I've got Tokyo Xanadu. These are all JRPGs that I have on my PC, but I just don't sit here enough time to put into them, so... That's why I'm kind of interested in getting a Steam Deck, maybe. Because I'm like, if I've got the Steam Deck, I can play all of like these JRPGs laying in bed. It'd be great. A Stump Chump.
Let's do this.
I like it. They got some real creepy faces. But yeah, have you played any of the others, Jub? Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. If I hadn't already said that. Did you see the Linus Tech Tips first look at the stream deck? I've seen whatever done the first video of it. I don't know if it was IGN or something. I think I was talking with Rubes about it because we both are interested, but we're a little bit iffy about the control placement. It reminds me a little bit too much of the Wii U handheld. That was also sort of like on it. LTT. Would you be able to would you be a darling for me and put it in the Discord for me? Just so I can have a look. Thank you. I really only played 11, but I got DQ1 ROM on my PC, but I haven't played too much of it. If it's the remake one, it's really fun. I actually really enjoyed myself playing that. I wasn't sure if I would be. It's not super long. You don't really have to grind in it. A lot of it is RNG based. I will say that. Oh, I've also got Disagear 1 and 2 on my PC. And Phantom Brave. I think that's what it's called. And then I've got Disagear 5 on Switch. For those ones I haven't played either. No. But if you're looking for like some like fun JRPGs to try, from the ones that I've played, I would actually recommend Tales of Vesperia. That's the one. I played it on Switch. It was really fun.
Let's do this.
I've also played Tales of Bestria or Beasteria. I'm not sure how that one's pronounced, but yeah, I played that one as well. That one's not too bad. And I've played like quarter of Tales of Zestria. But I never finished that one. I'm really interested in this Tales of Arise though. I just wish they were on Switch. I've heard good things about Tales games. Yeah, I mean, from what I've played, I've enjoyed my experience with them. It's just that it's like, unless I have like an easy method of playing it, I can't see myself sat here playing a JRPG for like 10 hours a day if I'm not streaming. And I don't really want to be streaming all of these games because it's a massive time commitment. Where I only get to tend to stream like 3 hours a day, I don't get enough time to sit here and get invested in a JRPG as much as I would like. So that's why I don't really include them. Unless I really want to, in which case I'll make an exception and I'll wait until I'm in the right mood to do it. Rise looking good so far. I've seen a lot of people looking forward to it. Always wanted to get more into RPGs since I'm more a deep lore story person myself. I guess I agree with you about the whole commitment thing. Yeah, that's just what they are though, but that's the thing, right? You know when you're going to play a game like that, you got to put a lot of time into it. You can never be like, oh, I didn't expect the game to be this long. You know it's going to be this long because it's a JRPG. It is what it is. But if the game hooks you enough, then it's not an issue. It never feels like it's taking a long time. But then you've got ones that you might not get, like, find out you like it until, like, 15 hours in. You might end up finding out that you don't like it 15 hours in. Like, it's 15 hours you're never going to get back, but it's just the sort of, like, best thing you're going to have to try, really. You won't know unless you try, so you just have to wing it and see what happens. That's why, even though I've got my spin wheel, I'm careful with what I put on it. Because I don't want to force myself to play a game that I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'd rather wait until the right time and then jump onto it. Like Final Fantasy VII. We knew I was going to play it someone, but I just wanted to wait until I felt ready to play it. And we did. I had a blast with it. But yeah, at the moment, I'm playing this, obviously, we started this today. And on my game for off stream at the moment that I'm playing on my Switch is Astral Chain. And I love Astral Chain. It's so much fun. I didn't know it was made by Platinum Games when I first picked it up. If I had known, I probably would have bought it sooner, because I tend to play every Platinum game that I can. See, look, there's these little fellas here. But it was interesting because there's a combat bit in Astral Chain where you have to use the blade mode from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and I'm just sort of like, all right, I never thought I'd see this mechanic again. Lo and behold, here it was. I was well happy because I still love a Rising: Revengeance sequel. EQ level for me is pretty easy, and leveling isn't challenged since you really only 2-3 levels more each area you go, so it's not a waste of time, just continue grinding.
Bites the dust.
That's just one of the things, right? I don't think I've played a RPG that I've needed to constantly grind on to get anywhere. I have grinded on RPGs and stuff, but it's never because I needed to, more because I fancied it. Like some games, like their fighting mechanics and stuff in it, I could just sit and do it for a while, and it would be just super relaxing for me. So, like, I reckon I could easily grind out this game with ease, and I'd just be super chilled. I might do it at some point, who knows? But anything like that, I try to keep off stream. Like some games, if it's only a quick minor grind, I'll do it. But I ain't doing long grinding stuff on the stream because I don't want to waste people's time. Never, my friend. I know. It's like, it was when the time is with you is great. Oh, Mr. Gore. Charmer. Right, what's the time? Right. I'll do a couple more battles. I want to check this out. What is this speed up? I want to just have a look, so, like, grinding stuff. Let's have a look. Speed. It doesn't feel that fast. tell that I'm fast, but it doesn't feel like ridiculously fast or anything. And it only affects the sort of, like the actual gameplay as well. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll make our way back to the save point and I'll save and call it there for the night. Yeah, I actually really like this. I can already see that I like this game from like the prologue compared to the 10 hours we took of Final Fantasy 12. Actually, using the speaker when you weren't taxed as well. I guess that was 5 seconds. Maybe? I don't.
Bites the dust.
I'll have to look into like the tactics and stuff. I just thought I'd try out the speed thing to see what it was like. It's always good to sort of be aware, so if I want to grind in the future, I know it won't how long it might take. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Right. Treasure chest, Peak Pine. Ooh. The pinkiest of pines. I like that they still you still have to go to the angel statue to figure out how much levels how much XP you need for leveling, because that was in Dragon Quest 1 as well. $221 away. Eric is 348. Yeah. I'm curious. Wait a minute. I'll tell you what, let me save first. I'm curious what this 2D mode looks like in the end. Yes. Actually, you know what? You're right. You're right. Alright, save again. Oh, yeah, also, if you're new here, I save a lot because I get worried about and panic about saves. If anyone was in the Discord, they know when I loaded up Final Fantasy 12 to grind on it a little bit, it told me it didn't have my save files. I was livid. Turned out, Xbox was just messing up. Was perfectly fine. I just had to exit out, go back in, and it showed my save files. I was like, thank the Lord, because I'm doing this shit again. I should have really noticed at that point I didn't want to play the game. Right, okay. Let me just change over to just chatting. Right, okay. So, we've done 3 hours. We got past the prologue. We got a little bit into it. I think I'm happy to play this game and keep playing it. So, our story games now will be Dragon Quest XI, which is going to be great. Keep that up. That'd be good. So, for anyone that is new, we do story games on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. So, tomorrow, I need to check in with her. But we should be doing DBD with Stace, maybe Donnie, tomorrow night. And then, obviously, Thursday's no stream. Actually, no. I might do a day stream on Thursday, because if I'm off, Actually, no. No stream on Thursday. Next week, I will, I think. Oh, no, next week I will anyway, because I'm playing games with Rubes. Yeah, no worries. No stream. We'll see. We'll see. I might do one on Thursday, but it'll be during the day. But anyway, if you haven't already, obviously, here's my links if you'd like to follow, to join the Discord, the Twitter, Instagram reviews, like YouTube. Who is on? Liking this game is a plus. Pretty groovy. Yeah, it's interesting. I like having different ones. It's always nice to sort of like. I feel like it's a big decision to jump into Dragon Age, no? Dragon Quest. Like, we've talked about it. It's one of those games that, like, it's been around, like, the series has been around for ages. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna jump into, like, pretty much my first main one. Let's see what happens. Like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I just have to wing it and see what happens. I was like, yes? This is good. But like I said, I wouldn't have ever really started playing these sort of games unless I wasn't streaming, because other people were the ones that got me to play them. Like Kiki got me to play Final Fantasy IX, and that's what started me playing all of these sort of games. Otherwise, I mainly just do hack and slash stuff or FPS games. I do play RPGs as well, but just never turn-based stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely getting more into them. Definitely getting more into them. Right. I am going to raid. And we are going to raid. Alright, I gotta go. See you all. Take care, Jub. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining for a bit, and thank you obviously for the follow. Hopefully we'll see you again. Take care. Right. You know, we'll raid Blondie. He's playing some Halo. Good old Halo. Right. But yeah, obviously, if you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to hit that follow button. It's always greatly appreciated. But thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you again, Flossie, for the raid earlier. It's much appreciated. And Mickey and Lenny for the follows. It's always lovely to see you here. And Jub, I heckin' appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for the chats. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. But until then, stay gravy, stay sexy, and yeah, if you can, just be your usual lovely selves. Until then, take care.